The S&P 500 and Nasdaq reached record highs, fueled by optimism regarding a possible US-Vietnam trade deal. The S&P 500 closed at 6,227.42, marking a new all-time peak, Reuters.com. Futures, S&P 500 futures, plus 0.07%, and Dow futures, plus 0.10%, showed modest gains in pre-market trading. Volatility, VIX, remained flat, indicating continued low market volatility despite the record highs. Technology and semiconductors Datadog shares surged 9.5% pre-market after news broke it would be added to the S&P 500 index, Barron's.com. Cadence Design Systems and Synopsys gained 5% after reports that U.S. restrictions on chip design software exports to China might be relaxed, Investopedia.com. Electric vehicles Tesla rose 0.2% despite a 13.5% year-wide decline in deliveries, as the figure still beat Wall Street expectations, Barron's.com. Lucid Motors jumped 0.3% after deliveries surged 50% to 3,309 units. Rivian edged up 0.6%, even though its deliveries fell 30% year-wide. Centene and Molina Healthcare rebounded after sharp drops earlier this week. Centene gained 1.9%, Molina rose 1.2%. Classical Building. ADP employment data showed a disappointing 33,000 change, fueling expectations for a weak official jobs report later this week. Unemployment is projected to tick up to 4.3%. The US-Vietnam trade deal boosted tech and industrial stocks. However, the US is also preparing to impose a 20% tariff on some Vietnamese imports, Investors.com. Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill is gaining traction in the House, while pressure mounts on the Fed and Chair Powell is facing renewed calls for resignation, Investopedia.com. Early market close at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today ahead of the July 4th holiday closure. Analysts warn that the S&P 500 forward P/E is now at 22, and the Buffett indicator is near 198%, suggesting a major overvaluation, markets.businessinsider.com. Economists Gary Shilling and David Rosenberg now estimate a 60% chance of recession within the next 12 months, driven by tariffs, valuations, and geopolitical uncertainty. Today's market shows strong momentum led by tech, semiconductors, and EVs. Short-term focus, US-Vietnam deal progress and employment data. Mid to long term, stay cautious on valuation risks and macro headwinds.